Hello and welcome. This series of short videos have been prepared to assist you in your preparation and understanding of the Gateway Case Study exam. In this video, we'll focus on pre-scene material and exam preparation. The pre-scene material is a set of documents based on a fictitious company which introduces the scenario and context of the business. It allows candidates to understand the business, their role within the business, the industry context of the business, and some of the possible issues facing the business. There's a new set of pre-scene material that is released for each of the exam windows in February, May, August and November of each year, and available approximately 7 weeks prior to the exam. The set of documents is typically around 25 pages in length and is made up of a range of resources which could include background information regarding the company, your role in the company and who you report to, the management structure of the company, the competitive environment in which the company operates, costing information and extracts from financial statements, and press releases. These are examples of some of the resources that may be available, but is not exhaustive. It's important you analyse this pre-scene material in detail to ensure you understand the company and your role, its products, customers and competitors, its strategy, and its financials. When analysing the information, try and link back to the syllabus and the various models and techniques that could be used, or may be applicable in helping you understand the information. The financials is an easy example where analysing different ratios will assist in your analysis, but every paragraph is full of opportunities to do this. Other models which immediately spring to mind are a SWOT analysis of the business, Porter's 5 forces, Mendelow's stakeholder matrix, McKinsey's 7S model, and Maslow's generic strategies, to name but a few. Whilst your main focus should be on the information provided in the pre-scene, it's always helpful to read stories in local papers or on websites relevant to the industry, as well as keeping up to date with current affairs. There's no need to analyse the industry beyond the information provided in the pre-scene. However, expanding on your understanding of the industry in a real-life context will always assist with providing a more comprehensive exam answer. Once you've done a thorough analysis of the pre-scene material, it's important to put your knowledge into practice. The best way to do this is to try out some questions. There are a few options available to do this. Firstly, you should look at past case study exam questions. Don't be too concerned they are based on different pre-scene, therefore a different company, and don't try and read the pre-scene for previous exams. You need to look at the past questions and decide: A. Are they applicable to my exam, and could the examiner conceivably ask this question? And B. If so, how would I apply this question to the current pre-scene and answer the question? For example, the February 2016 Gateway Case Study Variant 1, Question 1 focused on the value chain and Porter's generic strategies. Is this something that could be applied to my pre-scene, and how would I apply this? All past exams questions and answers, marking guidance and examiners' reports are available for you to view via this webpage. Attempt as many questions from past exams as possible. The more practice, the more prepared you'll be. Secondly, you can try some mock exams from tuition providers. These are a great way to attempt mocks set specifically for the upcoming exam. If you do choose this option, attempt past questions first, and use this as a final preparation about a week to 2 weeks before the exam. Make sure any mock you buy offers a marketing service that includes feedback. Many of these can be purchased online. However, be careful not to use mock exam answers in the real exam, as the questions will be different. Examiners have warned that they know when answers have been pre-prepared. For some general guidance on the exam day, you can look at this short video. connect.cemagglobal.com/general-info/day-exam. There is also some specific advice that is important regarding your exam technique on the day. Firstly, fully understand the question, including all the requirements. Within each section, there are likely to be several requirements that need to be addressed. For example, in Variant 2, Section 2 of the May 2015 exam, there was the following task. I need you to draft a report for me. Please note the following. Compare the financial performance of Sea Load and Float and analyse the implications of the low oil price for the two companies. And I would like to introduce the balanced scorecard in our company as part of our performance measurement system. I feel that the ratios in the table that I sent would be great for the financial perspective, and I would welcome your suggestions for the other 3 quadrants. We will have to explain why we have chosen the measures in each quadrant to the board, so remember to include that in your report with an explanation of how they will influence behaviours in the company. This can be broken down into 4 requirements. A. Compare the financial performance of the two companies. B. Analyse the implications of the low oil price. C. Provide performance measures for 3 quadrants of the BSC and why they have been chosen. D. Explain how these measures will influence behaviours. Secondly, use all the available time for the section and allocate it appropriately to each requirement. In this example, 60 minutes were available for the section that can be seen from the countdown clock in the top right corner of the exam task window, as well as the section and task breakdown at the start of the exam. Each of the 4 requirements tested a different skill. Therefore, you could allocate approximately 15 minutes to each requirement. Thirdly, plan your answer, using about a third of the time to do so by defining the structure with headings and bullet points. In this example, we could have input our main headings directly from the analysis of the task requirements. Therefore, you could have used the headings Financial Performance, Oil Prices, Balanced Scorecard, and Behaviours. You could then have filled in subheadings for each requirement along with your initial thoughts. For example, under Financial Performance, 3 ratios were provided to you in the exam, which the examiner expected you to comment on and compare between the two companies, which were Return on Capital Employed, Operating Profit or Revenue, and Gearing. These could then be used as your subheadings for this section to provide a framework for addressing the requirements. Similarly, you could do the same for the other headings you have identified, and then complete your answers in full. Remember not to use bullet points in your final answer unless the question specifically asks you for this format. Fourthly, it's vital to relate your answer to the question requirement, keeping in mind the context of the pre-scene, as case studies are designed to test what you can do and not just what you know. Finally, you're not marked on your grammar or spelling. The examiner appreciates that English is not a first language for all candidates, but please ensure that they can understand the points you're trying to make, which fully address the specific tasks and requirements.